Hey guys, what's going on? I know it's been quite a long time since I made a video, so it's cool to be back here and just rambling on and on about vinyl records. So here I is, one more vinyl video, why not? Okay, a big surprise, another trip to LA to take in the Southern California sights and visit a few vinyl stores. That's what this haul represents, more or less. I might as well live in Los Angeles as much as I've been there in the last year. I think I've been there like damn near 3-4 times in the last year, to the point where people online think I'm from LA and tell me to go to this concert, go to this club, blah blah. I'm like, hey, I don't live there. But you wouldn't know that from the vinyl videos I do. All right, so here is yet another finds from a trip to LA. These are all from Amoeba Hollywood on the Sunset Strip. Well, not on Sunset Boulevard, not exactly on the Sunset Strip. But anyway, enough talk. Final time. Yeah, I bought this in June. This whole trip took place towards the end of June, and right when this record was getting released. This is the remaster of Prince and the Revolution's Purple Rain, the remaster that everybody went after. Well, mostly on CD, not so much the vinyl. Originally went to Amoeba Hollywood to find some cool stuff, and this was not on the list because I felt I didn't need this because I already have a great used copy of this album, and it actually came with the original poster, so I thought I was good and I was satisfied with the way that sounded. But I have to admit, the remaster sounds pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. I was pretty impressed with how much I liked the remastered sound of this. Sounds great, and I was so impressed with this, I broke down again and bought the CD copy of the great remaster of Purple Rain. And then of course it folds out through the release pictures here, and then of course the big fold out is that. And you know, we got 3 CDs and a DVD of this that's included in this. The DVD of course is a live performance captured in 1985 during the Purple Rain tour in Syracuse. So really good package. You get the remastered album, songs from the vault that were previously unreleased, and some remixes of songs that were released as 12-inch singles and such. Really good collection, really good collection. Erotic City's actually included on the 3rd disc, so very happy with the packaging and the quality of the remaster. Sounds great. That's a classic album, as we all know. And I just saw the Revolution last week in San Francisco at the Fillmore, the legendary Fillmore Auditorium, made famous by Bill Graham. And that was a great show. That was just absolutely a great show. I posted some live concert video clips on my Facebook page, and my God, the band sounded great that night, and it was an emotional night, sold out show, sold out crowd. They were all into it, and it was truly an amazing night. Emotional, amazing night. I loved it. Alright, let's move on. Next up is from Iron Maiden. The album is Live in Rio. Live record, obviously. And for years, I had this on DVD. And it was one of my favorite in-concert DVDs for a long time. And to have it on vinyl is really cool, really, really cool. It's a 3-album set with all custom labels. I'll just show you one instead of going through the whole thing. But different labels for each record, but here's record 1. Just to give you an idea how cool these labels look. Pretty badass, pretty badass. And a good transfer too to vinyl. Sounds good on here. Sounds good on the stereo here. One of my favorite, like I said, one of my favorite live DVDs I have in my concert DVD collection. This one really kills, and really good to have this on vinyl. For Maiden fans, I'm sure you have this already, but if you don't, you see it in the stores. It was a little pricey, but 3-record set, it sounds killer. So good thing to add to the collection for Maiden fans. Okay, and next up is the Cure Disintegration remaster that came out several years ago. This is a very classic album from the band, and this remaster sounds really, really good. Really, really good. And really dig the mix of this remaster. Sounds fantastic. Really cool looking gatefold there. Really, really dig this. And then, of course, I have some custom sleeves, inner sleeves, and that's what our label looks like there. So, great stuff. The big songs, of course, on here was Love Song. Pictures of You. I remember the song Pictures of You on the radio. Very good album. Spun this a few times already in its entirety because I love listening to this album from start to finish. Absolutely gorgeous album. So really glad I broke down and bought it. My cover on the recent cover band I joined does a lot of 80s new wave songs, and The Cure definitely, as a band we cover, a cover band, we covered two of their songs. So really rediscovering The Cure on vinyl. So it's a really good purchase from me there. This was really cool. This is from Steve Hackett. It's a live album called Spectral Days. It's live recordings from the year 1979 through 1980. And let me take it out of the thing here so you can get a better look at the picture disc. For a picture disc, it's not a bad sounding bootleg. This is actually a bootleg, but it sounds really good as far as bootlegs go. So, really cool find. I love Steve Hackett and his solo recordings, his solo albums. So to find these rare live albums, really fun for me. And this was a good concert back in the day. A couple of Genesis songs he does acoustically, and they were just the solo guitar songs, acoustic guitar songs like Horizons. He does a couple of those Genesis type songs on acoustic solo guitar. Very, very nice. So really glad to have scored that to add to my Steve Hackett collection. That was a good find for me. Another addition to the Porcupine Tree collection. The album is called Signify. Oh, am I happy to have this on vinyl. Oh, Lord, you don't know. You actually don't know. I've had this on CD for many years. Never seen a copy of it in a store before. I could have easily ordered it online, but I love to find these things in the wild, as you know. To find it in the store for some reason just makes it cool for me, even though it's more easier and convenient to order it online. That's the thrill of the hunt is what I'm about, and love the artwork on these custom labels. There's always a lot of care that goes into the packaging of these Porcupine Tree albums. Absolutely love it, and the artwork on those labels, for Christ's sakes, just absolutely gorgeous packaging. One of my favorite Porcupine Tree albums from their earlier years. Really love this album. Very dynamic. The music's intense. I love it. I absolutely love it. Porcupine Tree during these years really sounded cool. And some really creepy artwork on this sleeve right here, especially that picture. But kind of a dark album, yes. Definitely a dark album, but a very good one. So really glad to have added this to the Porcupine Tree collection, which is always growing. There's so much you could find from this band on vinyl if you really, really take the time to hunt it down. You will be rewarded, and this is one of my favorite of their early albums, like I said. Cool stuff. So Porcupine Tree. Oh no, this is interesting. This is a bootleg, and I was real happy to come across this one. It's from PJ Harvey. It just says Lion 2016. Basically, Lion France, June 14th, 2016 was the date of this live recording. This really cool bootleg on vinyl. One of my favorite albums from PJ Harvey is Let England Shake, and there's a couple of tracks from that album on this bootleg collection. Not much of, I mean, here's our label. Nothing fancy there, but a really good sounding recording for a bootleg. So this sounds like it actually came from the soundboard recording. So it's not an audience recording. This is professionally. It sounds almost pro recorded. So it must be a soundboard recording or something like that. Because this sounds great. This sounds great, and I love this album. I have to be in the mood to listen to PJ Harvey. She fulfills a certain mood of my music listening. But when I'm in that mood, boy, does she deliver. So really glad to have scored this rare bootleg from PJ Harvey. I almost say DJ Harvey sometimes. PJ Harvey. Great album, great album. Another live recording bootleg. Don Henley, Don't Look Back, the 1985 radio broadcast. In the 80s, I really dug his solo material. Still do. On here we have the songs like Boys of Summer, All She Wants to Do Is Dance, Sunset Grill, There's Not Enough Love in the World Anymore, Dirty Laundry. I mean, some good stuff on here, and it captured a great show from Don Henley. It doesn't give I don't think it gives a venue of where this was from, but oh well. Because it's radio broadcast, multi-track recording, sounds fantastic, and Don was a great voice. Had a good band on this album, so was really glad to pick this up. Really glad. I know this is interesting. This I couldn't wait to show off. I love this one. This is from Depeche Mode. This is another bootleg. And this is really early years of Depeche Mode. Live at Croc's nightclub, June 27th, 1981. And the sticker pretty much tells the story of this recording. Basically, this is a live recording of Depeche Mode just before they were to release their very first debut album. And this is captured from a live performance at Croc's nightclub. Really cool recording. I think the source was a cassette tape, and they just, you know, the technology is advanced where you can even make the remastering of that source sound great. It's on colored vinyl, simple plain black label. Really great recording. Whoever did the remastering of this did a great job. It sounds great. One of my favorite songs from the early years of this band was a song called New Life. And it sounds sweet on here. Sweet. My Depeche Mode collection is really growing, and this is a great addition to that collection from that band. To get something this rare and early years recording of the band, really great. And look how young the lead singer is. Like, look, he's 14 in this picture. So this was a really big find for me. I came home and spun this one immediately and was instantly satisfied. Really good bootleg, sounds great, and just a really interesting pickup for me. I really love this. And I wouldn't quite say this is a bootleg, but a collection of demos from Pink Floyd. There's no album title, just says Pink Floyd, but this is a collection of their demos from the albums The Wall, Dark Side of the Moon, and Wish You Were Here. Just demos from those albums, and you get to hear early versions of Money, Another Brick in the Wall, Goodbye Blue Sky, Young Lust, Mother, Hey You, Run Like Hell, Wish You Were Here, Have a Cigar, Us and Them, real early versions of that. I remember the version of Money is just an acoustic guitar and vocals from Roger Waters. It's really interesting to hear. I really do love this album set. And it's also on colored vinyl with some really kick-ass labels for the artwork. from the movie The Wall, of course. Just a great record to have. Absolutely great record to have. Hearing these demo versions is really interesting. I wouldn't say I'm the biggest. I love Pink Floyd. I'm not a huge Pink Floyd fan where I collect all their records. The early years records with Sid Barrett I don't really collect. It's just a little too strange for me, I guess. I don't know, but I dig the usual stuff. The Wall, Dark Side of the Moon, that stuff I love. And this is my favorite label right here. Look at that. That looks cool. So really cool collection of demos from them over probably their most biggest years ever. It's just a great collection, great collection. I always saw this in the store at Amoeba and never pulled the trigger on it for wanting other records, and the price tag was getting too high. So great to finally go back to the store and see that a good copy was waiting for me there, so I'm really glad that was picked up. Alright, last up folks, last one. Simple Minds, and it's just a small EP of live tracks from the live album they had out, which is called In Light of the City, I believe. In the City of Light, excuse me. In the City of Light was the name of their live record. So, some tracks from that, Promised You a Miracle and Book of Brilliant Things. And on the B side, we have songs that were not included on that live album, which is Glittering Prize and Celebrate, recorded live at Glasgow in 1985. And being a Simple Minds fan, this was a cool pickup for me, just for the small collection of live songs. Always got that. Alright, well that's it folks. That is my vinyl haul from Amoeba Hollywood. Even getting one of these cool bags. Amoeba Hollywood on Sunset Boulevard. Just a few minutes away from the legendary Sunset Strip. That was a fun trip, always is. Well, leave me some comments. Let's get into a little discussion about these records. It'd be nice to hear from you guys again. Until next time, folks, take care.